This is an extremely dangerous wedge tornado that just moved through Brent. Now, I want to show you why we're showing you the debris indicator, because we've been talking about all the rainfall. The radar picture, it makes it very difficult to see exactly where the tornado is. So for us as meteorologists, it's easier to show you this blue blob here. That is the tornado. The blue circle, that shows you the debris indicator. That is debris being lofted into the air, so that is a clear indication that a very large tornado is on the ground. When you see a distinct blue circle like that, that is extremely dangerous. We're seeing the hook on the radar picture just east of Brent. This is tracking towards northern Chilton County and southern Shelby County. Thankfully, not the Indian Springs area like we saw earlier. This is going to be south of that, but this is a very dangerous tornado that is moving into northern Chilton County. That includes Calera, just north of Jemison, and also this includes southern Shelby County, so Wilton, Columbiana in this. It does not get much worse than what we are seeing on radar right now. So if you have family in Montevallo, Calera, Columbiana, you need to text them, call them right now, and make sure they are in a safe place. If you are in a mobile home near Columbiana, southern Shelby County, or northern Chilton County, if you're in a mobile home, you have time right now to get into a storm shelter. You cannot be in a mobile home when you see something like this on radar in Bibb County coming toward. What we're looking at as far as the damage goes, this supercell was extremely powerful. The damage we saw with the Eagle Point homes, those were brick homes that basically collapsed in on themselves. When you see exterior walls of a sturdy structure like that collapse, that could be EF3 damage and above. When we see a rating of EF3 or above, that is a strong, violent tornado. We had the forecast for that potential, and that is exactly what we're seeing. Look at this damage. You can see the second story of the home, the roof's ripped off the damage, and then also we're seeing exterior walls potentially right here. Exterior walls collapsing in. That is easily EF3 tornado damage. The professionals are going to go out, survey this, look at the structure of the home, and then assess the winds that would have caused this damage. They are professionals. They use a scale that basically goes from EF0 all the way up to EF5, and they look at what damage fits in that rubric, and that is what the rating of the tornado will be that moved through Eagle Point. Potentially EF3 damage here that we're looking at. This is, we're going to be lucky if we do not have injuries from this. It'll be a really good day if we do not have injuries, because when you see site-built homes damaged like that, that is very dangerous. So this storm moved over 120 miles, and it's continuing to track through Georgia or towards Georgia right now. We still have the active warnings in East Alabama right now. For the latest on that, we'll send it back to Dave. Doing a 3D scan of that storm, you can see that the reds and the yellows here are extending all the way up from around 20 to 30,000 feet. So that is a very impressive tall thunderstorm. Whenever we see these supercells and seeing the reds and the yellows here extending really high up into the atmosphere, that shows you how strong these storms are. We're seeing all of this lightning in the 3D image as well. So this is a very impressive supercell. Griffin was mentioning earlier, you can see how there's nothing to the south of this storm. That means really warm, unstable air is just flowing unimpeded into this storm. You can see the hook echo right here, likely tornado right here. All to the south of this. Nothing is, there's no rain-cooled air to help stabilize this storm at all. So this is going to continue to strengthen likely as it nears the I-20 corridor here. You can see that 3D scan, the reds and the yellows here going all the way up to close to 20,000 feet. This is the typical type of supercell that we see here in the springtime in central Alabama. These really tall thunderstorms, very dangerous situation that we're seeing on radar here. This is tracking up I-20 towards Leeds, towards Moody. You all need to be in your safe place. Just look at this image here. You can see the reds that shows all the water droplets. When you see those really bright reds, that shows you how much material is being lofted into the atmosphere, how much rainfall is being suspended up in these cloud tops here. That is all going up to 20,000 feet in the air. So very impressive supercell. We're going to go for the latest track right now with Dave. Let's give you the big picture here. So the yellow area, tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. The flashing red boxes, those are the tornado warnings. We have severe thunderstorm warnings southeast of Jackson, Mississippi right now. So we still have these storms that are going to move into the area over the next several hours here. So the tornado watch is going to remain in effect until 8 p.m., could be extended past that. The setup we have, this is an active setup where we have this low pressure system lifting up back to our north and west. We're very close to that center of circulation, so we have warm air wrapping around that low. Cold front back to our west. We will not be in the clear until the cold front makes it through central Alabama. So you can see the location back through west Mississippi right now. Until the front moves into the area, we're going to continue to see those storms fire up ahead of the front. Once the front moves through later this evening, then we will be in the clear and we'll finally be done with the threat for severe weather. I know we're sick of it. This is the second week we've had of this, but unfortunately, this is what we deal with in springtime here in Alabama. Looking at our temperatures right now, we're in the 70s. I'm showing you this because you can see this untapped warm air in the low 70s right now. That's where we could see in the southwest central Alabama. We'll continue to see the potential for tornadoes here as we continue to see those storms firing up in Mississippi. Wind speeds are fairly impressive right now in Tuscaloosa, 22 miles per hour. And as these storms move through, winds could be in excess of 60 miles per hour as the storms continue to fire up in West Alabama. Let's go through futurecast timing here right now. Those storms are going to continue to move along the 5920 corridor here. So that's why that flash flood warnings are in place, because these storms are continuing to track over the exact same area. Flooding will be a concern through the remainder of this evening. The storms will finally start to push down towards the south and east here later this evening around 10 o'clock tonight, tracking through the Birmingham metro, pushing through Shelby County, and then into East Alabama by around 11 o'clock tonight. This is when the front moves through. We'll see our winds shift out of the west, northwest, and by the time the front passes through the area by midnight, storms exit into Georgia, and we will finally see clearing skies by the time we get into Friday morning, where a threat for severe weather will be over. I know we're all trying to communicate with our families at home. We have a lot of family who are all getting into their shelters right now, mine included. We are going to get through this together, but if you guys are in the Indian Springs Village area right now, you need to be in that safe place. This is right over top of you right now, tracking towards Heritage Oaks, tracking towards Highway 280. So the Oak Mountain School District, you all need to be in your safe place. And then farther up towards Donovan Valley Road and eventually Mount Laurel, you guys need to be getting into that safe place right now.